What are priorities? Your priorities are those things that require time and effort and thought from you. In other words, you've got priorities like work, you've got priorities at home, you have things you have to do. And what happens is that when you run out of time or you run out of energy, you have to make a decision as to which priority you're going to do. The typical example I use is basically a guy commits to work out after work every day to get in shape, and his buddy calls him and says, "Hey, let's go to the bar." What do you do? What are your priorities? Are you prioritizing hanging out with your friends over working out? In which case, then you would drop the workout and go hang out with your friend, or do you prioritize working out over hanging out with your friend? That's just one really small example of how priorities work. And what happens is if you don't set your priorities consciously, you will have a set of default priorities that you're unaware of. And you may find yourself giving in to whatever impulse happens in the moment. And then you're no longer in control over what's happening. So you can think of priorities as things like work-life balance, which is a typical work. It's what everybody wants is work-life balance, but the idea here is how do you prioritize those hours? When do you make that decision to do one over the other? What is the decision to quit work and go home or stay and work late? These are the things that you have to reconcile when you make that list of priorities. So what are your priorities? That is your list of things that you have to decide which one you're going to choose to do when you run out of time or energy. See you next time.